You think you're eating clean. You think you're doing your body a favor by loading up your plate with fresh vegetables. But what if I told you that the very food you trust the most might be the one doing the most damage? Let's get this straight. The vegetables we eat today aren't the same as they were 30 years ago. Back then, food was grown in rich living soil. It was seasonal. It was real. But now, it's all about mass production, long shelf life, and making them look perfect. To meet the demand, farmers are forced to use a cocktail of chemicals: pesticides to kill bugs, herbicides to kill weeds, and fungicides to protect crops. But those chemicals don't just vanish. Washing your veggies under tap water barely scratches the surface. These toxins are soaked deep into the plant, into the parts we eat. And some of these residues are linked to hormone imbalances. Even so-called organic produce isn't immune. In many countries, there are still legal amounts of chemicals allowed, and manufacturers know exactly how to work around the rules. So while you're feeding your kids a healthy dinner, thinking you're making the right choice, you could unknowingly be serving them a dose of slow-acting toxins. Not enough to feel today, but enough to damage the body over years. In the next part, we'll break down which vegetables are the worst offenders and what you can actually have for our health benefits. Because once you know the truth, it changes everything. You've been told these vegetables are healthy, but behind that label lies a toxic secret. Now I'm going to name the vegetables you thought were safe. Vegetables that sit quietly in your fridge, your meals, your kids' lunchboxes, but are loaded with chemicals that could slowly destroy your health. These are the worst offenders, the silent killers. Number 1, spinach, the superfood with a dark side. It's green, it's lean, it's supposed to be your body's best friend, but over 90% of non-organic spinach contains multiple pesticide residues, some of them banned in other countries, including one linked to neurological damage. Yes, damage to your brain. Number 2, cucumbers, the cool, crunchy chemical trap. Cucumbers are often coated in synthetic wax to keep them looking fresh. That wax traps dozens of pesticide residues inside. And guess what? You're not washing it off, you're eating it. Number 3, potatoes, the hidden toxin sponge. They may look harmless, but potatoes are one of the most heavily sprayed crops in the world. They soak up chemicals like a sponge, and fungicides used in potato farming have been linked to hormonal chaos, liver stress, and yes, cancer. Number 4, carrots. The clean snack isn't baby carrots. Not so innocent. Many are rinsed in chlorine to keep them shelf stable, and that clean crunch comes at the cost of ingesting trace amounts of disinfectant. Over time, it adds up. Number 5, bell peppers, bright, beautiful, and contaminated. They look like nature's candy, but bell peppers have thin skins, perfect for soaking in pesticides, and they consistently test positive for residues that mess with your endocrine system. These are vegetables we trust. We feed them to our kids. We use them in our detox juices. But the truth is, they may be doing the exact opposite of detoxing. They don't make you sick overnight. That's why it's so dangerous. It's a slow drip, a slow poison. Now, we'll break the chain. I'll show you the truth behind organic labels, how to spot the lies, and most importantly, how to fight back. Because, all right, deep breath. If you've made it this far without swearing off vegetables for life and replacing your diet with pizza, congrats, you're already winning. Now let's talk about how to actually eat vegetables without eating a side of slow death. 1. Buy organic, but don't go broke doing it. Yes, organic is better, but unless you've recently inherited a mansion or married a Kardashian, you probably can't buy everything organic. So here's the trick. Focus on the dirty dozen. That's the list of veggies with the most pesticide residue. Buy those organic. The rest, you can chill. Pro tip, visual: spinach, cucumbers, bell peppers equals organic. Avocados, onions, cabbage equals you're safe. 2. Wash your veggies like they owe you money. Water alone? Cute. That's like trying to wash oil off your hands using just positive thoughts. Here's the move. Mix water with a bit of baking soda or vinegar. Soak your veggies for 10 to 15 minutes. Rinse like you're trying to erase their shady past. Funny infographic. Detox bath for veggies, now with less regret. 3. Shop smart, not fancy. You don't need a Whole Foods VIP pass to eat clean. Farmers markets, local co-ops, even Costco has organic spinach that won't require you to auction your soul. Also, frozen organic, totally legit. Same nutrients, longer shelf life, and your kale won't rot into green soup in 48 hours. 4. Peel it, soak it, or swap it. When in doubt, Peel the thing. That waxy cucumber, strip it. That sketchy carrot, peel it like it's an onion and just told you it's been cheating. And if something's just too high risk, like non-organic spinach, swap it out. Try kale, arugula, or baby romaine. Less residue, same vitamin kick. Look, unless you're growing your own farm and milking your own almond tree, some exposure is going to happen. That's life. But every swap, every rinse, every peel, it adds up. Think of it like compound interest for your organs. The point isn't to be perfect. The point is to be aware. Because once you know the game, you don't play checkers in a chess world. Stay sharp, eat smart, and don't let that innocent cucumber lie to you again. All right, now that we've unmasked some veggie villains and rescued your fridge from a toxic spiral, it's time for the final level. The truth behind the label that makes us all feel safe. Organic, the food version of blue check verified. But is it really what you think? Myth number 1, if it says organic, it's 100% safe. Yes, the sweet lie we love to believe, but real talk, organic doesn't mean chemical-free. It just means the chemicals used are natural. Myth number 2, organic processed food is healthy. Look, just because your cookie is organic doesn't mean it's not still a cookie. Don't let that green label lie to you. An organic donut is still a donut. It's like calling a werewolf organic because it was bitten in a forest. Myth number 3, you can always trust that sticker. Hate to break it to you, but not all organic is created equal. Some imported stuff has different rules. And shady suppliers, they've been caught slapping organic labels on stuff that's about as organic as a bag of glitter. Bonus, should I just grow my own food? If you've made it this far, you might be thinking, should I just become a farmer? Short answer? Yes. Long answer? Unless you have time, space, and a slightly unhealthy obsession with compost. Probably not happening. But hey, even growing a few things like herbs or greens in a pot is a great start. Plus, you can say things like, this basil was born of my struggle and my windowsill. So what's the real takeaway? Don't trust everything you eat. Question the labels, peel your veggies, wash them like you're scrubbing away their secrets. But most of all, stay aware, because when you know the game, your food doesn't have to be a mystery. Still think that salad on your plate is totally safe? Think again. If this video made you pause before your next grocery run, hit that like button, because you're not alone. Drop a comment with the veggie that shocked you the most. Let's see who's still trusting that shiny bell pepper. And hey, if you're all about real food truths without the fluff, subscribe now, because next week we're diving into health foods that are secretly wrecking your gut. Knowledge is power, and here we serve it raw.